I'm making this video to remind myself how to do this later because it was a little tricky to figure out, but I also want to show you guys if you're interested in this method of making your class schedule for all the other teachers. So you would just go to your course materials, teacher resources, pacing guide. Because this is converting it into one of those using like a Word Excel to Sheets thing, you have to do that final step that you also have to do for Google Docs. I always tell my students to do this as well, to format it, especially in math. They always do not format well until you go to File, Save as Google Sheets. In the case of Google Docs, you'd say File, Save as Google Docs. And so that will give you the right format to be able to do this. I'm gonna X that one out. Then you just have to fill in these dates. And what I did was I created a Google Doc with those dates, as well as you can either do that or an Excel. It doesn't matter either way. So if you were to use this, you just do, and you do have to use, instead of using your Command C, at least on this side of it, sorry, you have to do Command V, because, or edit, sorry, don't do Command V, do edit, paste, and that's because you have this clip. If you didn't do it, if you just did Command V, it would show up like this and there's no way to fix it. Here you get this clipboard and you can just say paste values only and it divides it up. Then you can do this, whoops, let's see here. So I'm going to try Command C here, but then over here I'm not going to do Command V because I've already tried that and it didn't work. So edit, paste, and then I get this clipboard and I do that. So that's a way you can copy these dates from me quickly by pausing this video if you want. I can send this sheet to you as well. And then you do your final one down here. And what's good about this, I think, even though it's not doing the thing we were saying where they write it all down, I didn't quite make it over there. Let me double check this. You know, they're not writing it all down, but what's nice about it is then you can do this tab and you got it all laid out. That's cool with your dates. And all you'll have to do is whenever you're sitting down with a student, you'll just have to do step 3 and step 5 and change those dates. But see, for some reason that should be, what that needs to be, yeah, I gotta double check these always, but that needs to be the Monday before the date you put in. There we go. And then the other cool thing is there's a calendar too, so that's super cool because then you can print that out for them. And the weird thing about this though is it does go through March, but there's nothing past January 27th on that Monday, which is what I saw Jill put January 28th Monday in the online website or our website, SPS Online. I thought she would mean Monday, which was the 27th, so I just ended it there. And then see how the rest of this is nothing. It's just, I don't know why that's on there. If anybody figures out how to get that off, let me know. And then I would just rename it and stick it in that file that Christine sent us, is what I've been doing. I made my own folder and then I had to take Christine's folder and add it to my drive so then I can put everything from my folder into hers. And then I was putting fall 2019 and I'm thinking I could use this, I'll just use the same I'll just use the same folders and the same files in the spring, and I'll just change this to spring 2020, change these dates through all the ones. So I don't think it's going to take a lot of time to do that. Okay, so I just wanted to show you just in case this is helpful. I think this is better than the other idea I had mentioned. I'll just show you what the other idea was. the other idea was this one. That was what I mentioned in the meeting, where it just shows, and that's kind of nice to have this graphic too, but then you sit there and this is not all the lessons, this is just the quizzes, so I didn't think it was as complete as far as helping them, pace themselves. I mean, this is another idea. This was my original idea. We could do it that way. If we want to switch to this, I might just have 2 folders, because this is very easy to, this one, all you'd have to do is do the file save as Google Doc, rename it, and stick it in a folder. So that's not as much work. So either way, but I like this other thing with the calendar. I think that'll be useful for them, and it'll be easy for you guys. Anybody that needs to change that can do it. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions.